live at Southern Illinois University, actually at Illinois State, to bring you the girls' Class A championship semifinals between the Redskins of Nokomis and the Rockets of Okawville in Game 1. And welcome everybody to Redbird Arena here at ISU. Along with Yvonne Simmons, I'm Mike Lederman, and we're going to have a first of 4 weeks of March Madness. It's the time of the year where prep basketball rules the state of Illinois. And to start out, we've got the girls' Class A semifinals. We'll bring you the finals live tonight. Yvonne, this is in many ways the most fun tournament because there's so many small towns, small communities, small schools in Class A. A lot of the rest of us don't get to see these players, and boys, there's some talent.
Mike, they say this is one of the best Class A tournaments the IHSA has fielded. We have parity among the teams, there's depth on the bench, and Mike, some of these girls we'll see on the Division I level next year.
And both these teams in the first semifinal, veteran teams. There's a state championship for each. Okawville, well, they're down in the south central part of the state. A lot of balance here, big people who can run the floor, and a slashing point guard who really makes things happen.
Kelly Hascheider has done a good job, did a good job yesterday. She had 16 points and hit 2 out of 3 from the three-point. Today, she needs to handle the basketball because Nokomis is known to press. She also needs to penetrate, whether she takes it in herself or kicks it back out. Then we also have Jamie Schroeder. They say yesterday we didn't see her best. Today, what the game plan is going to be, pounding it on the inside, rebounding, and also second chance points, where she does have the advantage. She's also going to have to run the floor with the smaller, quicker, against the smaller, quicker Nokomis post.
Well, Nokomis came down here last year, 5 underclassmen starting. They were loose. They were having a great time. Hey, they won the tournament. This year, they're supposed to win the tournament. They're a little tighter. They're a little bit more. They're injured, too, but still a tremendously talented group led by, well, maybe the player in the state in Molly McDowell.
Good golly, Miss Molly, they call her. She's tremendous. This year, she's really shared the wealth. She's picked up her assists from 5 to almost 7, and that's something they're definitely going to need to do today to get everybody established on the floor. Then also Carrie Eisenbart handles things on the inside. She's going to have a challenge today, but she's going to be someone that I think can do it pretty strong on the inside. Today, rebounding is going to be her focus, and also yesterday she only scored 3 points. She needs to put it up a little more.
Well, joining us patrolling the sidelines, no, he's not in a bathrobe, but our guy Mitch Robinson is there. Mitch, what you got for us?
I know you like the bathrobe look. Let's talk about experience. You touched on it before. These teams have it. As we look past the past 5 state single-A champions, Okawville wins it in 94. They were 32-2. They're back here again. Teutopolis in 95 and 33-1. Carlisle back-to-back in 96 and 97, combined for a 55-2 record. And then Nokomis, 33-2 last year. This year, trying to build on it, trying to go back-to-back to top teams. Mike, Yvonne, back to you.
All right, Mitch, we'll be checking in with you again. We're going to talk to both coaches, take a look at the road both teams took to the finals right here when we come back on Fox Sports Chicago.
Welcome back to Redbird Arena. Mitch Robinson, the first semifinal game in the Class A state title championship. And we're here with Okawville head coach Kathy Lanter. And Coach Lanter, your teams have been here before. You've coached in this situation. What did you tell them last night to get them ready for today?
Just come out and play hard. I think that'll be a big key for us. And we need to rebound. Don't be intimidated by Nokomis and their past, the past state championship. Come out, play hard, and have fun.
You do have your work cut out for you. Nokomis does have a fine squad this year.
Yes, we do, and we're aware of that, and we're not going to back down to them, and we're going to try and give them a very good ball game.
I'm sure you will. Best of luck. Thanks for joining us. Mike, back to you.
Mitch, thank you. Let's take a look at the road these two teams took to get to normal. First off for Okawville, the Lady Rockets. The big win there over Carlisle. They defeated Carlisle 3 out of 4 times this year, although Carlisle laid its only loss on Okawville. And yesterday with the winner over Seneca, 60-51. They did it with only 5 players on the floor. Nokomis, meanwhile, Quincy Notre Dame, a tougher time than what was figured, but they eked out a 44-40 win, even though they were 0 for 12 from three-point land. We'll be back with more right after this, so stay tuned right here.
Lock the car. What you want, what you want, what you gonna do?
How about
Pepsi One!
We don't do 1 calorie.
We don't do 1 calorie. You'll do this. Let me help.
Banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The national anthem being sung by Alex Keel of East Peoria. Now let's check in again with Mitch with
Thanks a lot,
coach
Mike.
of Nokomis.
Thanks, Mike. Here with Maury Huff. And Maury, you talked to me. The first thing you said, experience definitely helps you guys. Have girls confident last night going into today?
Well, I think it's they believe in themselves, and they've been here before, and I think that's got to be a little bit to our advantage. Along with that, I think we've had to play a state-ranked team every game since the regional tournament to get to this point. And if there's anybody in this tournament that deserves to be here, I think it's us, because we have had to go through the toughest route to get back to here. But the kids are confident. They've been here before, and they're ready to go.
Good luck, and go get them.
Thank you.
Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Mitch. We are all set to go here. Nokomis will be in the home white, and the visitors blue for Okawville here on this neutral court. Let's check the country company's starting lineups right now for the first girls Class A semifinal. Our public address announcer, as always, here at Illinois State is Jeff Fredson.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the starting lineups for the first semifinal game in the 1999 IHSA Class A Girls State Basketball Tournament. First, from Okawville, a 5'8" sophomore, number 20, Kelly Hossider. From Nokomis, a 5'9" senior, number 11, Molly McDowell. From Okawville, number 22, a 5'7" senior, Marcy Waller. For Nokomis, a 5'9" senior, number 21, Carrie Eisenbart. For Okawville, number 30, a 6' senior, Kim Borenpole. For Nokomis, a 5'8" senior, number 24, Rochelle Detmer. For Okawville, number 32, a 5'9" junior, Kristen Weedwell. And for Nokomis, number 30, a 5'8" junior, Jesse Huff. For Okawville, number 35, a 6'1" junior, Jamie Schroeder. And for Nokomis, number 44, a 5'10" sophomore, Venetia Waterman. Okawville is coached by Kathy Lanter in her 13th year with a record of 300 wins and 80 losses.
Coaches Kathy Lanter. Look at that winning percentage, nearly 80% in her 13th season as head coach at Okawville. Kathy smiling, and there with the ever-present towel is Maury Huff. Maury's 17th season, 81% victory margin there. And he is trying for a repeat with the same starting five as he had a year ago. Our officials, you're looking at Mike Wagner there and Jim Johnson. At the right of your picture, he'll be the lead official. The third will be Jerry Peltz, and there is Jerry. Well, the fans are on their feet, filling much of this 10,000-seat arena. A lot of anticipation. You look at Christine Weederwelt. She's got to shoot some threes today for Okawville to do well. As we told you, the Rockets of Okawville in blue and Nokomis' Redskins in white. Molly McDowell, number 11, will jump center and do just about everything else for this team. An astounding player. If you saw her in the finals a year ago, 35 points. Controlling the tip to Waterman. Jesse Huff, number 30, and McDowell will have the ball in her hands about 75% of the time. Huff will go for three.
Coach Huff for Nokomis said that his daughter Jessie is going to be a key today also. If they could get her stroking the ball, hitting those threes and hitting some outside shots, that they will do really well today.
Carrie Eisenbart to inbound. Last touched by Okawville. And taken away by Okawville's Weederwelt. Quick hands, and McDowell gets it right back for Nokomis. Molly with the left hand.
She has great ball handling control, uses her body really well.
full court pressure turns another ball over. Here is Waterman, and catches nothing but air. Venetia Waterman with the air ball, but we'll watch the steal and the resulting basket. Molly McDowell's quick hands. Staying with the live action here, the point guard is Hascheider.
Maybe a little bit of nerves right now for Okawville. They haven't been in this situation before.
Good look at the sophomore Venetia Waterman. Started as a freshman. Here's Hascheider, and watch her. Averages 10 points a game and nearly 5 assists. Runs the show for the Rockets. Marcy Waller, a three-point threat. Schroeder from the side.
Nokomis in a 2-3, really trying to pack it in on the inside, and Schroeder goes to the outside on the baseline and hits a shot. Very encouraging.
They were worried about Jamie Schroeder yesterday. She didn't seem to be herself. When she starts out well today, we're tied at 2. McDowell gets bumped by Wiedewell. First foul for Kristen.
They're really going to try and cut off the penetration of Molly McDowell. If they can cut her off a little bit, really likes to go to her left and make her force her to put the ball, give the ball to somebody else.
This is Rochelle Detmers and Jessie Huff.
In a box and one, it looked like they were playing it first on Molly McDowell. Then she got the basketball and they backed off.
From the side, it's Detmers. Rebound Schroeder. Almost 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. We're tied at 2. Okawville facing the 1-2-2 zone pressure of Nokomis.
When you look in the middle there, Kim Borenfall really doing a good job of trying to establish position there.
And Wiedewell fires it up.
And this is a very good sign for Okawville. They're hitting from the outside, so that's going to loosen it up on the inside for their post players.
37% three-point shooter gets her first. 5-2 for the Rockets. Inside it goes to Detmers again.
It's a very nice shot. The flash, turn around, and make that open shot there. The post players for Okawville have to just get their hands up because they're going to alter that shot. They just have to get there.
Very important basket for Nokomis. Detmers only averages about 3.5 points a game, and they need more balanced scoring, at least to loosen up the defense off of Molly McDowell.
Good relay up the floor.
Marcy Waller, number 22. Looking. And the turnaround is good by Borenpole. And Kim Borenpole averages 11, hits her first basket.
She's the other one, Borenpole, that's going to present a problem for Nokomis because of the height advantage.
Okawville 3 for 3 from the floor to start things off. 7-4 lead for the Rockets. Waterman the 3. Offensive rebound back to Venetia, and here's McDowell from the top. Rebound Schroeder. End-to-end action to start things off here.
Both teams like to play up tempo. Then once they get in their half court, they do a nice job of really trying to run the plays that they're trying to set up.
Schroeder throws the fake once again from the side, hits. For Wiedewell, she's got 2 threes.
Coach Lanter told us yesterday that Wiedewell is somebody that can light it up. She didn't do that much yesterday, but she was looking for her to score a little more, and she's done just that.
6-point lead early on here for Okawville.
The trap.
And Wiedewell commits the foul, if that would be her second on Kristen.
Okawville's doing a nice job at on-the-ball defense. They're coming over that time, and they trapped. When Molly McDowell gets the ball, they're really stopping her from penetrating, and it's really stagnating the Nokomis offense.
Timeout on the floor, 4:19 to go first quarter. It is a 10-4 lead, and Okawville over the defending champions. Stay tuned. The broadcast rights for this event have been granted to Fox Sports Chicago by the Illinois High School Association. Any reproduction or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Fox Sports Chicago and the IHSA is prohibited. And Nokomis, the defending champions, trailing by 6 here early on, and we get a near steal as Kristen Wiedewell has gone out with 2 fouls for Okawville. They've hit their first 4 shots. Nokomis, meanwhile, has missed 3 three-pointers. They've missed 15 in a row going back to the quarterfinal. Eisenbach traveling in the lane.
other player that Okawville said that they were going to concentrate on was Waterman, and they've done a nice job as soon as she received the basketball to get on her and make sure they have a hand in her face as well, and that's really stopping Nokomis' offense as well.
For Okawville, number 33 in the middle of your screen there, Tessa Klingenberg is in as Wiedewell sits down.
Nokomis is in a 1-2-2 zone. They put a trap on the baseline, but Okawville is tall enough to see over that trap and able to dump it down.
Schroeder with her second basket. And Okawville still perfect from the field. Waterman, stop and pop.
See the penetration there by McDowell. She dumped it out, but it wasn't a good pass to Waterman, so she was not able to shoot off the pass.
It's been all Rockets so far here in the first quarter. 3:20 to go. That's Klingenberg. Across to Marcy Waller. Inside, stuffed by Waterman, and the rebound is good. Looks like by Kim Barncole again. 4 for Barncole. Timeout, Nokomis. Maury Huff got a lot to say. Gonna put some subs in. Crystal Hayes, number 32. Maury not happy with his team. Look what's going on at the Okawville cheering section. Let's check in with Mitch Robinson.
Talk about intensity with these two coaches. As you said, Maury Huff emphatically telling his team to loosen up and relax and get out there and play the defense. Kathy Lanter's squad, they are playing loose. After that first turnover to Molly McDowell, they've not looked back, and now they're hitting the ball. Looks good so far for Okawville. Back to you guys.
Kathy Lanter talking to her team. Again, momentum is a strange thing. It comes and it goes. We'll show you the last action here with Okawville on the attack.
When we talk about the rebounding for Okawville, how they really have the height advantage, here we see no foul called there, but they're getting the rebounding. They have the advantage. Bordenpaul keeps the ball up. It's a nice, easy shot for her, something she does every day, all the time in a game. She should make those shots.
They had a little bit of luck there, too, did Okawville, because it hit off 3 Nokomis hands on its way to the basket. There's Maury Huff. Again, very intense. And finds his team down by 10 here early in the first quarter. Couple of subs in. Janice Spears, number 14. And McDowell is called for a travel. You see that Okawville cheering section on that side of the stands. Boy, they're just going nuts.
Well, they know who the star is on the Nokomis team, and anything that Okawville does to stop her will raise a crowd noise from the crowd.
Waller will get called for a travel as well. Marcy, a 5'7" senior.
We talked about it in the open, but Maury Huff did say that their team this year was a little tighter than it was last year, and they've been on target the whole year. He beefed up their schedule, and it did help them throughout the year. Today, they're going to have to draw on that experience. They're down by 10 points.
We saw the turnovers, 3 for Nokomis, just 1 for Okawville. From the side, McDowell somehow put that one in. 4 for Molly.
Molly will find the basket, no doubt about it.
Unbelievable. Waller gets rid of the pressure. Barncole looking. Klingenberg fires it up.
I like the flashes by Okawville. The ball is on the strong side. The flash comes from the weak side. She receives the basketball, knows where the defense is, drives around. Very nice job by Okawville.
4th play to score for the Rockets, and a turnaround very quickly coming in. Bonnie Miners, a 5'10" senior, gets her bucket, and that's important for Nokomis because Miners didn't really have much of a quarterfinal, played very little, and to get her going again opens up some options. Look inside, and the foul is going to be on Miners as she bumped Kim Barncole in the paint. There's Bonnie. First foul on Miners. 16-8, 8-point lead for Okawville. Firing it up to Schroeder, not this time. McDowell the rebound. Long up the floor, nice. Pass to Eisenbarn.
And that is where in transition, where Nokomis can get you and can help them get back in this game. Huff told Molly McDowell to go. She didn't feel like she was pushing the ball off the floor fast enough. There, they beat the relay.
First record for Kelly Eisenbarn. And the lead is 6.
The There's a double team in the corner.
And tells the official, calls the foul. Looks like on Janice Spears, her first, 5'7" senior.
There's a foul there in the corner. The trap will come from there, but again, Okawville usually is tall enough to get around that. That time they closed in a little bit closer and received the foul, but I believe if Okawville just jumps over that, they should be able to get the pass out.
Ashrider fires up a three. Phone pole in underneath, and held ball called. Possession arrow stays with the Rockets of Okawville.
Nokomis is going to have to go back to the fundamentals and blocking outs. They first need to find the offensive person, block them out, then go for the rebound, because Okawville can jump over them.
2 6-footers. Here's one playing outside. Waller thinks about the shot, almost loses possession. See that 1-2-2. They go to the weak side. Wingenberg in trouble. And there's the takeaway.
And that's exactly what it's designed to do. There, Nokomis did have the advantage. Okawville was not that tall in that situation. Too much panic in trying to get rid of the basketball and not to get trapped.
First personal on Jamie Schroeder.
Again, here's the trap, trying to get rid of the basketball. And Nokomis did a nice job of keeping their hands active to get the pass.
It's that withering defense of Nokomis. Eisenbach gets called for travel again. That opponents have to worry about as much as the offense of McDowell. Final 30 seconds here in the first quarter. The Rockets have started quickly, had a 10-point lead. It is now 6 over the defending Class A champion. Schroeder as Spears hits the deck.
That weak side is always open.
Burnpole misses. No, she doesn't. Up and in for Kieran. That's 6 points.
Weak side's always open. Nice job of the skip pass to that weak side. Then the immediate look on the inside and the nice shot.
At the buzzer for 3. Eisenbach. Check it. That was Crystal Hayes. Meanwhile, that's the end of the first quarter. A good one for Nokomis. They lead it. A good one for Okawville. They lead it by 8. 18-10. Back after this.
Join the winning team for good deals from Farm Plan and your John Deere dealer. The winners use this for parts and repair specials on John Deere tractors, combines, engines, planters, drills, and more. And the winners get 90 days, no payments, no interest on all parts and repairs. And earn Farm Plan dividends, too.
Remember, later on tonight, Class A basketball tournament coverage continues with the championship game live here at 8 o'clock only on Fox Sports Chicago. Beginning the second quarter action, first quarter, all the Rockets over the defending champion Nokomis Redskins. Nokomis with the ball now, and Almas has it turned over again. And what's the call? It'll still be Nokomis ball. Meanwhile, for two teams that couldn't shoot 40% in the quarterfinal yesterday, 8 for 11 from the field for Okawville, 5 for 11 for Nokomis.
What Nokomis is trying to do now is letting Crystal Hayes run the offense, and they're going to run Molly McDowell off a lot of screens to get her open, either for the shot or for the penetration. Nice job by Hayes to take some of the pressure off penetration and jumping up the shot.
McDowell, the only starter in there. Now we got a held ball. This time will go to Nokomis. Hayes' first 2 points, by the way. There's Crystal. Check it. Possession arrow stays with Okawville. High school hasn't adopted the change in the held ball situation that colleges have. I think probably a good thing if high school does sometimes. Schroeder fires it. Nothing but air. Maybe got a piece of it. Look at McDowell. The long pass to Hayes. Crystal up and has it blocked and a foul. You know, right now with the college rule, you can get rewarded for making that held ball, and in high school you still can get lucky here. Here's Hayes.
Crystal Hayes trying to get something started. She turns around for the shot, does a nice job of being aggressive, even though the 6'1" player standing there in front of her does a really nice job of just going for it anyway. Nokomis needs to get on the line to get some points with the clock stopped.
Second foul for Schroeder. And that's a big issue as Hayes misses her first. She's only about a 56% free throw shooter.
Got to hit those.
And a foul underneath will go the other way. for Carrie Eisenbarth. Foul number 1.
Full court press by Nokomis. Huff said that was one of the keys for them also, if they can get that going.
Well, McDowell and Eisenbarth plus 3 subs are in there for Nokomis.
The subs have a lot of experience. Waterman was in there before. She's a sophomore, although she did play a lot last year. Seemed a little rattled. Wasn't getting her shots off.
Up from the corner for 3, and the foul. Look out, Kristen Wheeler, her 3rd 3, and the foul. Miners running at her.
Okawville doing a nice job of moving the basketball, keeping the defense in Nokoma moving. The shot was there. She's been hot, the hot hand tonight. They have the green light to shoot, Lanter says. And I see all green. She lets it go, lets it fly, no problem at all. Gets the foul, too. 3-point play.
And the 4-point play.
Oh, 4-point play, excuse me.
10 points, game high, Wiedewelt. And it's again a 10-point lead for Okawville. McDowell from 3.
Big basket.
Molly's first 3, and the first 3 they've hit in 2 games.
Nice job by Nokomis playing man-to-man, or player-to-player defense. Again, trying for the trap down there. Okawville able to successfully get out of it.
Looking inside, and again the turnover for Nokomis. They got numbers if they hustle. 3 on 2, McDowell left hand.
Who needs numbers? We got Molly handling the basketball.
And you see the use of the left hand kept the opponent away. Timeout. Kathy Lander's going to take a 20 as Nokomis has come back to cut the lead to 5.
The steal here, they know they were dumping it inside. Wiedewelt had the shot. Lanter told her to just take it. They got the steal. They're going down. They have numbers, but Molly knows that she can just take it herself. She has the body control. She knows where she is around the basket. I would just take it myself if I was her also.
Molly McDowell headed for Southern Illinois. Play for the Salukis. Right now, she's got a lot of unfinished business here to see if she can bring her team a 2nd straight Class A title. 6:03 to go in the first half. Nokomis had a 10-point lead. That lead now down to 5. And Okawville another turnover. Okawville, of course, the 10-point lead. They've led just about all the way. Maury Huff shuttling his players in and out, trying to get a combination that's going to be effective. But you know, it starts with number 11.
It's a shot she should take. Waterman should take. She was open there, but she didn't receive the pass and get ready to take her shot. She might do it here.
Venetia looks inside to Miners, and Miners has trouble controlling. Waterman again drives the paint. And underneath we get the foul, and it's going to go against Nokomis.
I think Miners is under there trying to get the position. We'll take a look at it here, the drive. And then trying to get position to get the rebounding. It's a little shoving underneath there in the elbow by Miners.
For Bonnie, that's her 3rd foul. Five and a half minutes to go, first half. Okawville in blue. Nokomis, the defending state champions, in white and in trouble. And again, the pressure. Boy, that Nokomis pressure, especially in the corner, is just withering. There you see Carrie Eisenbarth. She's part of that incredible trap that Maury Huff uses. Waterman has the 3. Underneath Eisenbarth. Huff again, and Nokomis gets 2 offensive boards. Molly from the side.
That's all she needs, that opening there. Nokomis did a nice job of really scrambling for the rebound. They were able to reset something up, and then that scramble, the defense by Okawville could not get back set up. So Molly was able to get the shot off.
Just like that, it's a 2-point ball game. This place is going nuts, and we're not even at halftime. Schroeder hasn't shot yet. Schroeder's got several. Schroeder will be called for step.
Nokomis was really cutting off the angles by the flashers on the inside of the post players, doing a nice job of putting slight pressure on the perimeter and moving quickly and really helping when the cutters would flash over. So Okawville really couldn't do anything.
Nokomis has cut a 10-point lead down to 2, and they have possession. Clock ticking, you see, with 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go, first half. That's Jessie Huff.
Again, running Molly off to the screens.
There it goes from the other side. Molly missed that one. Darcy Waller again, double team. Looks inside to Bornpole, and Kim fires it up. Underneath Schroeder, and has it blocked by McDowell, and the foul is called. Either McDowell under there with Detmers. And it's going to go against Rochelle Detmers, number 24.
And again, we talked about this is where Okawville has the advantage. If they can get the rebound, keep the ball up high, post players, shoot it right back up. Someone's going to foul you, get on the line. Now you have to make these 2 shots.
82% free throw shooter. Nice touch, Jamie Schroeder. 5 for Jamie. Boy, nice soft hands, nice soft touch. Like to see that in a big play.
Do ya?
Well, Kathy Lander wants to travel, and she gets it. Boy, Kathy was about 3 feet higher than most of her players.
Yeah, in those heels and everything.
Yeah.
McDowell tried to call the timeout as she was falling out of bounds. Referees didn't go for it. Lander was saying that there was a travel, and they went with her.
We don't work the officials or anything down here.
And this is in the NBA, right?
Oh, no.
You're not allowed to do that.
Bornpole up high, and we get the foul as Jessie Huff comes in looking for the tie-up.
Again, a post player, even if you receive the ball on the high post, you need to keep the ball up high so those guards don't come down and try and trap you and slow you up. Here's the ball down low, so Jessie Huff is able to come over and try to snag up the ball. Keep it up high, she's going to have to jump at it.
Well, 7th foul, so it's a shooting foul as you get a good look at Kim Bornpole, a 6-foot senior. Shoots 59% from the line. Missing the front half of the 1-and-1.
Huff again looking for Nokomis to push the ball up the floor. Good on the ball pressure.
Hayes can't handle the high pass from McDowell.
McDowell
looks at the bench.
Yeah, she's a little angry with herself, I think, because there was a lot of pressure in her face, and a lot of times the pressure can be on you. You throw the pass away because you're trying to get rid of it. You throw it high, you jump in the air, and that's where the mistake can happen.
That's Weedawell, who had the early threes. 3 of them, including a 4-point play. Weak side they go. Waller back to Weedawell. Under 3 minutes to go first half. Hescheider hasn't shot.
And that's really the first time she's penetrated as well. No left hand. If she could have used her left hand, she would have had a much easier basket, but hey, 2 points is 2 points, and they'll take it.
Back the other end, and Hescheider going with the left hand, and she is dumped.
Nope, Nokomis being really physical right now, and you want to see that in a team that is a little bit smaller. They're going to have to pick up their aggressiveness. Hescheider does a nice job of making or attempting the basket here. We see the Nokomis transition. Nice job there by keeping the ball up in the air, being aggressive to the basket.
Hescheider's walking with a bit of a limp, shaking it off as Kathy Lander looks on from the bench.
She got banged up there. She fell down pretty hard, fell on her knee. But she said she's okay.
She's okay. She's not going to miss this.
Are you kidding? But again, the penetration is what they really need from her. And that time she was open in transition, took it all the way.
Hescheider, a 80% free throw shooter, gets her first point. Spears comes in. Waterman comes out with the 2 points. Waterman maybe's got the cover jinx. She's the cover girl of this year's program for Class A. Maybe that's it. And the 2 for Hescheider. So she's in the scoring column. Her team leads it by 4. Final 2.5 minutes, first half. Very fast ball game so far. This is Hayes. The zone.
Very active effective on defense. Nice ball pressure.
McDowell going through. Rebound to Detmers, and we get a call for a held ball. And I wonder, a bit of a quick whistle there, but it'll stay in Nokomis' possession as Waterman comes back in and Spears goes out. Huff playing a little offense-defense there.
Yeah, that was a really quick whistle. But Nokomis will take it. They have another opportunity to try and score here.
Waterman fires it up and way low, and McDowell underneath. That one's not low.
Waterman's legs don't seem like they're really underneath her today. She had a couple shots that have been pretty short.
2-point ball game. Okawville has had the lead all the way. Look underneath the burn pole.
Nice, and that's what they need to do, is dump it down there. Quickly make that decision quickly so that Borenpaul and also Schroeder can make their decision and put the ball up.
McDowell looking to Maury Huff on the bench. He's setting up this play in final minute 30. They're trying to keep Waterman free underneath block. And this time it's a foul as Eisenbarth went in. It looked like Wiedewelt got all ball, and then Schroeder. If that's on Schroeder, it's her third. Meanwhile, coming up at halftime, we've got Mitch will be in his regular suit of clothes. And Attitudes director Jeff Creek will also have the stats, the highlights, and boy, there's some interesting things about this game. Meanwhile, here's Eisenbarth. And Carrie Eisenbarth shooting 59%. Gets her third point, first from the line. Schroeder comes out with the 3 fouls. Klingenberg comes in. Boy, what a loss that would be. As Waterman comes out, Spears comes in. Again, the offense-defense move by Maury Huff.
I really think Eisenbarth is really the key here. She's getting lost underneath there in their offense, but if she could, when they go in and penetrate, they can dump down to her, or she can get the rebounds and get on the foul line, she could be very effective in this game.
1 for 2 for Carey. 3-point lead in Nokomis is trailing. As Okawville's Hashscheider loses the ball, and Hashscheider is really favoring that left leg.
And you got to like this matchup here, too, because McDowell's a senior and Hashscheider is a sophomore. So Molly McDowell really going into her bag of tricks, doing a nice job of staying on her with her defensive pressure and causing the turnover there.
Hashscheider's really laboring on that knee or ankle.
Yeah, and that can't help either.
And Waterman called for the offensive foul. Venetia continues to have her problems getting on track. And back comes Spears, and Waterman will sit down.
Yeah, I like it better when Waterman is either flashing to get the basketball. She receives the ball off the pass and shoots it, or she can spot up a little bit. She can also go inside and play inside as well. But I don't like it when she has the ball and she really tries to muscle her way to the basket. It's not very effective for them right now.
Again, the full court press from Nokomis. Okawville with a 3-point lead in the ball. Under 50 seconds to go first half. Hashscheider looks to Wiedewelt. Nokomis, big defensive pressure. Okawville can't get the ball to the weak side now, but they're taking their time. Now they swing it. This is Waller.
The 2-guard front to offset that 1-2-2 zone by Nokomis, and they're just right now passing the time on the clock.
You see the time in the teens, and the 3-point lead in the ball for Okawville's Rockets. Their lead at one time was 10. Nokomis cut it down to 2. Hashscheider missing the follow-up. Underneath, Nokomis trying to get free for one last one at the buzzer. 28-25 we go. What a first half. End-to-end action. The defending champs trail by 3. Kathy Lander and her team headed off. And boy, wow, everybody can catch the breath. Let's go over to Mitch.
All right, thanks, Mike. We're here with Coach Lanter. And Coach, how important was it for you guys to get off from the outside early on?
Very important. It just instills confidence in all of our girls, and you know, once you get on a run there, you become pretty confident.
You knew Maury Huff wanted to go to McDowell, and he's having her push the ball up. What are you going to do in the second half to try to slow her down?
We're going to do the same thing. We're going to try to man her a little bit, play a little bit of like a boxing one on her. Same thing.
Hasheider's knee, how bad?
I think it's her ankle. She's all right.
Looks like she'll make it through.
Yeah, she will.
Thanks a lot, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Coach Lanter looks pretty confident. So does her team. Back to you guys.
Okay, she's got some problems with fouls on some of her people, specifically Schroeder and Wiedewelt. Meanwhile, the Rockets have the lead. We'll be back right after this halftime activities here at ISU.
Welcome back to Redbird Arena. Mitch Robinson, halftime of our first Class A semifinal state championship game. We're only just beginning. It's 28-25 Okawville in front of the defending state champion, Nokomis. Joining me now, Jeff Creek, and Attitude. And just for what people might not know, what is Attitude and high school sports?
Well, Attitude is the sportsmanship mascot for the state of Illinois, and this is really the first full year that we've had Attitude, and it's been going to all the state finals, not only for the high school but the elementary school association, and it's really been well received by all the high schools and the elementary schools.
How important is it, you talk about that, you brought it to the elementaries, how important is it to teach the kids at such a young age what sportsmanship is all about?
Well, that's where it really starts, is when they're young. And what I have here is a little sticker that has Attitude that I'm going to give to you so you can have a good attitude for the rest of the day.
That's why I come to these events.
That's right. And the Beanitudes. We have these things to promote sportsmanship, and when kids see something like this, it reminds them to be a good sport. And so we have this for the high school and the elementary schools, and we think that the sooner they start, the better it'll be.
Let's touch on, you have a new fan club. You say this is the first major promotion. What is it?
Well, the Attitude Fan Club is something that we've just started. This is the actual first event that we've had it at. It's something that everyone can be involved in because, like we say, Attitude is for everyone. And so this is a sportsmanship club for everyone. We're going to give away, once they sign up, they get the Beanitudes, they get window clings, they get a bunch of free stuff, and they also have a chance to win state final tournament tickets. Look at the IHSA website in future weeks, and you will be able to see an update of what the Attitude Club is all about.
Does Attitude enjoy being a role model?
I think Attitude does, and as people that come to state tournaments know, Attitude changes in size because attitudes for everyone always change. And I think Attitude loves being a role model. I think kids love Attitude too.
For yourself, just the start of this program, isn't it?
It is, and it's the start of something big, I think.
All right, Jeff Creek, Attitude, thank you for joining us. We are at halftime at the first semifinal game. It is Okawville leading Nokomis 28-25. Stay with us. Mike and Yvonne have first half highlights. We'll be right back.
Halftime at ISU, the Class A championship, our first semifinal, the Rockets over the Redskins, 28-25. Boy, this game has just started out like a house of fire and hasn't stopped even with the halftime buzzer. The buzz in the stands is incredible. People are just loving this ball game.
Well, I actually was a bit concerned at the beginning when Okawville got in that quick start, and I believe it was a good job by Nokomis. They used their experience. They need to get the transition, get on the free throw line. Okawville, they need to spread out the floor, penetrate, dump it, or dish it.
Well, Molly McDowell has certainly done the job. Meanwhile, balanced scoring for Okawville. This is what we anticipated. We'll show you some of the highlights, and Molly McDowell, 14 points, leads everybody in this ball game.
The ball movement, McDowell comes from the high three-point line and comes over and gets the three-point shot there. Nobody was able to come over and pressure her. Then for Okawville, doing the same thing with the outside shooting. The pass there to Wiedewelt. She's wide open. They have the green light to shoot. She lets it fly, and it goes in.
Wiedewelt with 3 threes, including 1 4-point play.
And then Okawville, this is something that I think they really need to do coming up next here. Bornpaul is going to get the ball on the inside. A slight flash there because the inside does a nice job of turning around, making the decision quickly that she has the shot. It goes in for her. They also need to get Schroeder involved in the inside game.
Yeah, meanwhile, 2 6-footers for Okawville. A big height advantage over Nokomis. But let me tell you, this game is every bit as exciting as we figured it to be. The big issue, of course, for Okawville, there are a couple. Foul trouble for Schroeder. She's got 3. Wiedewelt has got 2. And Kelly Hasheider, the point guard, she's walking around on that bad knee or ankle, whatever it is not good.
She's having to struggle a lot because she's handling the ball up the floor. Molly McDowell is in her shorts, really staying with her the whole time and putting a lot of pressure on her. So if she has an ankle to worry about, that's going to hurt Okawville as well. Nokomis, I think they just need to do a better job at really battling it on the inside and getting to the free throw line.
You see, we both called the same 800 number, got the same close today. We'll be back with more right here after this.
Welcome back here with Nokomis head coach Maury Huff, and I know you have a lot to do. What'd you tell the girls at halftime about this one?
Well, I was very surprised that we came out kind of flat there in the game. Who knows why that is, but we got to get much more aggressive. I thought when we picked our aggressiveness up that that's how we got back in the game. Also told them that the first 3 minutes would be the most important. If they come out and play the first 3 minutes in the second half the way they did the start of the first 3 minutes of the game, you know, I think we can kiss this one, the state championship, goodbye. We got to get aggressive, and we got to make their defense move a little more. We're not making their defense work hard enough.
All right, get to work. Good luck, Maury. Thanks a lot. Second half coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back right here on Fox Sports Chicago.
Maradona program in this life-saving effort.
Start of second half action. Kristen Wiedewelt right in front of us. Inbounds to Okawville. And we see the right ankle seems to be taped of Kelly Hasheider. She's got the ball there. 3-point lead for Okawville.
She's favoring it. It's really sensitive right now. And it's really going to hurt her shot and her penetration. Trapped there in the corner.
And right away, immediately, there's the turnover. Quickly, the first half statistics. Look at the field goal percentage. 55% for Okawville, 44 for Nokomis, and 3 3-point field goals.
That is the worst place to get the basketball. If you're there in the corner, you know they've been trapping the entire game. Don't get it down there.
Trailing by 3 with a chance to tie here. Venetia Waterman drives the lane.
That was
nobody home.
Yeah, that time she had a little more room to work, and she didn't have anybody really putting the pressure on her, and she was able to go aggressive to the basket.
She could have driven a tractor through there. There was nobody on the defense. Rare lapse for Okawville.
That has to be a big boost for her as well to start off quickly in the second half.
Schroeder with the 3 fouls, looking inside a barn pole, and she gets it, and it's fouled.
Nice job by Okawville. Boren Paul did a nice job of really recognizing what the defense was giving her. Eisenbarth went flying by. So she was open there. One bounce pass to the basket, going up strong. Molly McDowell does a nice job of following her. That's what she has to do. Unfortunately, Okawville does get the basket.
Boren Paul makes the 3-point play. She's got 11. The lead is 4. Kathy Lanter on the bench.
Say it was unfortunate for Nokomis that they got the basket. Okawville didn't have a problem with it.
There's Jessie Huff. She's been bottled up today. Waterman looking underneath Eisenbarth, who wasn't expecting it. Here's Huff. And Huff with an aggressive move is fouled underneath.
And that was a broken play there. Waterman should have just taken the shot. She was open, but she saw the big girls coming at her, so she tried to dump it off. Eisenbarth wasn't ready for it. But a nice job by Huff. She stayed aggressive, just went right into the trees there and didn't have a problem with putting it back up.
And you know, Nokomis is going to want to take it down to the trees, especially with Schroeder looking for foul number 4. Jessie Huff, 65% from the line, still scoreless. Jessie with a stress fracture in her leg and a twisted knee, giving it the old high school try.
That can't be good.
And look at Waterman with the follow, and they call a held ball again. A quick whistle as Waterman moved in.
They've really been quick with that whistle on the jump ball the entire game today, and then all day yesterday, we noticed. We take a look at the replay here of the missed free throw opportunity. And Waterman decides to stick around there during the press there, and she gets the call with the jump ball.
Meanwhile, we got a 5-second call here, so Nokomis gets the ball back. Eisenbarth, Huff. They look for Molly McDowell, and now Wiedewelt is on her as they play the box. 3-point look, no good for Huff. Hasheider with McDowell on her, the sophomore and the senior, and they call Molly for the foul. Second on McDowell here in this quarter.
You have to give the offensive player a little room when she turns around. If she has her back to Molly, Molly doesn't give her that step, so they're going to call that on Molly.
Okawville with a 4-point lead. Inside the burn pole, looks down for Schroeder, who can't handle it.
Lauren Paul just should have put that ball up. She has the height advantage.
Well, don't forget, following this game, we'll have the Country Company's three-point shootout, and then after that, we'll have the other semifinal. Carrollton, undefeated Carrollton against Mendota. 2 R's, 2 L's in Carrollton. Yes, right here on Fox Sports Chicago. Mike Liederman with Yvonne Simmons, Mitch Robinson. We're all here in what has been a thrilling semifinal start to where we are now. Okawville has had the lead all throughout over the defending state champ Nokomis Lady Redskins. They try to throw a screen from McDowell. Turnaround Detmers, nothing but Eisenbarth underneath.
And that's what we talked about, where Eisenbarth is going to be effective. She's not going to get that pass underneath the basket. She's going to have to wait for the rebound and make that opportunity for herself.
The barn pole, but a turnover.
Again, Okawville trying too quickly to get the ball up the floor, not really paying attention to what they're doing, who is open. They're just trying to move a little too quickly. They need to take a look at where Nokomis is playing and make the solid pass.
11 turnovers now for the Rockets, 7 for Nokomis. Here's Molly McDowell with the ball.
Huff calling for a motion.
Again, they're going to run a lot of screens from McDowell. But this one probably will go into the corner at some point. Molly with the step.
Nice.
To Eisenbarth.
And I like that because Eisenbarth would usually go to the block there and try and post up, but she saw that the 2 players for Okawville were already down there, so she flashed higher, and Molly was able to get to her off the penetration.
We're tied at 31. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Okawville as much as a 10-point lead early in this ball game. From the side, not this time for Schroeder.
And Lancer talked about that Schroeder was probably shooting a little bit off her range.
All alone.
And there, the transition by Nokomis, something that they wanted to do, I'm sure, and talked about at halftime, push the ball up the floor.
First lead for Nokomis. And the foul going through. Hasheider has been decked by Huff.
And she's pretty mad. She said that Huff was landed on her foot to get off of her foot. She is not a happy camper. Nokomis released Waterman. Nice baseball pass to Waterman. She does a good job all alone. The easy layup there. Eisenbarth was also there if she needed some help.
Waller out, Klingenberg in, number 33 for Okawville. And we get a whistle here for a timeout. 4:33 to go, third quarter. The Redskins lead by 2. Be sure to come back to Fox Sports Chicago next Saturday, March the 6th. The girls AA basketball tournament will start the semifinal games again at 11 a.m. Championship comes your way live at 8 on Fox Sports Chicago Plus. Check with your local cable operator for the Fox Sports Chicago Plus channel where you live. Okawville with the ball underneath its own basket, trailing by 2 for the first time in this ball game. Schroeder gets it out to Hasheider. Look at the difference in field goals. 4 for 6 for Nokomis. Only 2 tries at the basket. And once again, a turnover, number 12. Waterman.
Nice.
And 1.
Two things happened there. The key for Nokomis on the defensive possession down at the other end was that they're really trying to front Okawville, and so they were fronting the pass. Everybody was in front of the defenders. They got the ball. They were able to push it up the floor. Waterman again with the early release, and she was able to be strong, stay aggressive, and just push it to the basket.
And the foul.
Someone must
play by Phoenicia, and it is a 5-point Redskins lead. Boy, is this game turned around.
Yeah, someone must have gave her an earful at halftime.
Schroeder missing, and Waterman.
Again with the jump ball.
And it'll be Nokomis ball. Waterman is the player we saw last year and last night here in the second half. Now let's remember, she's just a sophomore.
Right.
You know, started as a freshman, and boy, she caught fire here in the third quarter. 10-point swing. 5-point Nokomis lead, and the cheering now erupts from behind us where the Nokomis fans are. Waterman feels it. And at that time, Hashide the rebound. (36-31), 5-point lead. Schroeder, strong drive, and the foul. Big bucket, Jamie Schroeder, her first and a half. She's got 8.
Molly was a little tentative when she went up to play defense on that possession there, so it was a nice job by Schroeder just to put the ball down. She went really strong, used her body well to get position, and no one really challenged her to stop her from taking that shot.
And the 82% free throw shooter misses that one, so the lead is 3 for Nokomis. The foul on Detmer's her second. Swing it to the weak side. Huff likes it there.
Nice inside-out play.
Now Molly's got room. Barnpole, the rebound. Well, the play worked beautifully. They moved the ball. Just Molly didn't nail it for once.
And Nokomis really is just getting one attempt at the basket.
That was the issue in the semifinal, too, against Quincy Notre Dame. One shot, and that was it for Nokomis. Hashide for 3. Rebound, Klingenberg.
There's a penetration, a nice dish out to the short baseline to Schroeder.
And there's a foul underneath. Count the basket. And
love to see what happened here. It was a nice dish play by in the penetration. And just trying to establish the rebound and trying to get the rebound, and that's what happened there. They called a foul on her.
Yeah, Barnpole pushing off underneath. That's her second.
Again, short baseline.
So it's now a 1-point lead for Nokomis. Crystal Hayes, number 32, is in. Jesse Huff is out. Waterman again. Short. 2-on-1 break. 3-on-1 if they hurry. Klingenberg, and Waterman fouls it. Second on Venetia. Why do we think this one's going to go down to the wire? 2 minutes exactly.
I don't think either team was going to relent.
Schroeder came alive here in the third quarter with a couple of big baskets, brought her team back within 1. There's that weak side look again, Yvonne.
Yeah, Okawville overloaded on the strong side. The pass over, you want to get the flash, a little better flash, be a little more spaced out than what they are. Get out to the three-point line, wait for your post players to come over and flash, and then try to dump the ball on the inside.
Eisenbarth, her third foul. At this time, we'd like to remind you the Chicago Sun-Times. Yes, there it is, the official newspaper of the IHSA Championships. All over ISU here. Remember to pick up your Chicago Sun-Times for complete coverage of all Illinois high school sports. Jim Corno Jr., our producer today, our producer director. Klingenberg makes the shot, and her team's in the lead again. 4 points for Kelsey Klingenberg. So 6 straight now for Okawville. Detmer's the turnaround. Underneath, and the foul. On Miners. That's 4 on Miners.
Let's take a look at it here. It's a nice turnaround move. Then Miners, it probably happened before the ball even hit the iron. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but I didn't see anything.
Well, it's the 7th foul against Nokomis, so Barnpole will shoot. Eisenbarth comes in. Miners sits with 4 fouls and explaining something to Maury Huff. I don't think Maury is buying it.
Let's just sit out.
Get him next time. Barnpole with a real herky-jerky free throw motion. But it counts all the same. She's got a dozen. Lead is 2. Refused to lose. What's on the shirts there for Okawville as McDowell comes through. She's fouled. Wiedewelt got her. And that would be 3 on Kristen. Still not a shooting situation for Nokomis. Detmers looks inside to Waterman.
That was a very nice flash from Waterman, and she was able to get the ball. No one came up to step up and challenge her in her shot. She did a nice job at staying aggressive and just taking that shot right off the pass.
9 points this quarter for Waterman. She's got 11 for the game. Final 40 seconds here. Third quarter, 1-point lead on the ball for Okawville. There's that trap.
And with that trap, we weren't able to see that Bornpaul was open there on the lane.
Wiedewelt way on the weak side. Obviously setting up for one last shot here in the third quarter and a 1-point lead. Hasheider playing a bad ankle. Take it down. They look for Wiedewelt. Back to Hasheider now. They've got 7 seconds to move.
Direct result of her ankle. She turned it over again, and she may be done.
They looked at pain on her face as she went down. I'll show it to you again as the trainer comes out.
You gotta like the effort though, because there's only 7 seconds left, and she knew she had to create something, so she tries to turn the corner on Molly Nokomis and turns her ankle.
There it is again. I think it's a left one.
Yeah.
And
I think she's done. No, it's the same one.
They're working on the right knee. Kathy Lanter out there.
She definitely turned the ankle, and Well, we asked Coach Lanter yesterday if Hasheider was not able to play the point, who would she feel is capable of playing that? And she said that Wiedewelt is somebody that can handle the basketball, so she'll probably have to step up and run the point.
So you say you love Chicago sports? Well, you already know about Chicago's only daily half-hour dose of your favorite teams and sports figures, The Game Room, hosted by Chicago's own Chet Kopic. Check in with Chet nightly at 7 or before the game. Hasheider being helped to her feet. She's wants
begging
to stay in. Please let me stay, but at this point, I don't think she's going to be doing her team any good. Kathy Lanter is sitting her down.
Maybe you can sit her down for a couple of minutes into the fourth quarter, hoping that adrenaline will just kick in and she'll be able to play. But right now, she looks pretty hobbled.
Wingenberg is back in. And Nokomis with 2 seconds, 1 second. McDowell! Golly!
Come on, is that a backbreaker?
Can you believe it?
Yes.
Can you believe it? 1 second to go. Molly McDowell, 2 steps inside a half court.
It's a shot you practice all the time.
What else can she do? We'll find out.
Guys, talk about heart and determination. Kelly Hasheider's right kneecap popped out, popped back in. She wants to get back in. She is back in. She is in a lot of pain, but wants to finish this game. Also, Kathy Lanter told her team to attack the basket. They have the height inside. They're just not using it. Back to you guys.
We start the fourth quarter. Inbounding in front of us, there is Kelly. Molly McDowell sensing something, and down she goes. That's it. That's it. There's just no way. She just took 1 step, and please.
Yeah, that's enough. She's a sophomore. You don't want to hurt her. Even if it is the last game, that could be devastating.
No one doubts her heart. At this point, I think other people's minds have to take over here and just get her the medical attention she needs.
Exactly. Well, Marcy Waller looks a bit upset as well. I'm not sure exactly what's wrong with her, but she just nerves over there on the sideline by Lanter.
Well, There's the crowd, a very hushed crowd. Meanwhile, high school sports fans, don't forget, for the best half hour of high school sports action anywhere, tune in to IHSA Sportsnet with Tom Waddle, Sundays at 11 a.m. here on Fox Sports Chicago. Here on Fox Sports Chicago, Kathy Lander has probably never asked more of any group of players than she's asking here. Players have to suck it up with their leader out injured. Look at the three-pointers. Okawville, most of those, or all of those in the first half. Nokomis 3 for 11. Schroeder. Again the pressure. Waterman takes the ball away. 2-point lead here for Nokomis. Look out underneath. The pass was there. Detmer's wasn't.
It was a good idea, but sometimes what happens in high school, you don't step to the pass. They're trying to lead the pass a little bit, but nobody came to it.
Exactly. And McDowell on off the inbound.
Southern Illinois has to be so happy that they're getting this girl. She is a heads-up player. She stays down there on the baseline, is able to get the steal off the pass, and she's right underneath there, very aware of where the basket is. She takes it up strong.
Well, it's not a shooting foul yet, but the tide has turned. Maury Huff obviously telling his team what they have to do. They are battle-tested. They have upgraded their schedule this year. They lost one game in Class A to Carlisle, the only team that beat Okawville, too, as it happens. But they also went down and played Chicago Marshall. And, of course, we fully anticipate seeing the Commandos next week.
Right, when they played Marshall, they only lost by 7, and that was an uplifting game for them, even though they did lose. It brought a lot of confidence to this team because Marshall, some consider is to be the one to beat, to come down here in this tournament, although I'm sure Loyola has something to say about that.
With 2 state championships in a row, you bet.
But they beefed up the schedule, played some tournaments down in around Southern Illinois, and Marty Huff knew that this would be preparation for them, and he put that on the schedule, and it's done nothing but help them, and you can see it here right now.
They are battle tough. And of course, McDowell was in the act of shooting when she was fouled, so she will go to the line for 2. 75% free throw shooter. Molly looking for her 18th point.
But what you always have to keep in the back of your mind is how is this going to affect whatever team wins. They put it all on the line here for this game tonight, or the third place game.
And the foul underneath. McDowell with 20. And we'll check that foul. The leading scorer is McDowell now with the 20. Waterman, we told you, 9 in the second half. She came alive. Eisenbarth 7 for Nokomis. Borenpole and Wiedewelt in double figures for Okawville, and Schroeder with 8.
Schroeder has to pick that up. She needs to get inside there and score, be a force on the inside, spread out her body, call for the ball, and make something happen.
Holding at 13 for Borenpole. 14 as she splits them. The lead is 4. Well, Kelly Hascheitel to work from the bench as her knee popped again, and she is definitely out for tonight's action, whether it's the championship or consolation. We certainly hope that Kelly is going to be okay. Hayes looks inside.
Don't like that inside to Eisenbarth. It works better like she did last time, where she flashes from the weak side over to the strong side, and then they're able to get the ball. She can't stand in there and try to post with those 2 6-footers behind her.
McDowell to inbound. And gets her own inbounds pass. What else can she do? Of course, it did have to hit an opponent.
Be careful what you say there.
This was the score of yesterday's semifinal. Nokomis, which averages 70+, held to 44, but it was good enough to win then. We've got 6:45 to go now in the 4th. Waterman, well, she thought about that NBA three-pointer. McDowell.
Blanchard calling for a little more pressure on the basketball when they try and reset things. Nice job.
Move baseline.
Huff warned us about her yesterday. She said yesterday she could not get in the flow. Today she's doing a nice job on the defensive end and coming up with some key baskets.
And for the first time, Waller is in the scoring column. Marcy Waller averages 10, now has her first 2. So 4-point lead again. Exactly 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Semifinal 1, semifinal 2 coming up right after this. Carrollton and Mendota. And we get a foul again on Okawville. And if that is Schroeder, and it is, that is 4 on Jamie Schroeder.
That was Schroeder. That was a pass that Waterman wasn't going to do anything with. It was very high. Let her come down and play the pressure on her on the ball instead of trying to go up with her to get that basketball. I have 3 fouls, and I'm looking at a 4th.
22nd timeout, Okawville. They led this by as many as 10, 14-4 early in the first quarter with 3:09 to go. We'll show you the action here. The last basket for Nokomis. The strong move by Crystal Hayes.
It was a nice drive. The baseline wasn't open for her, so she goes in the inside. It was a nice job of turning the corner there and just staying strong and being aggressive.
Okawville lost the sectional final last year to Frankfurt. Won the quarterfinal against Seneca using 5 players. They go inside the low post. Detmers.
Nice. Waterman had the shot there, but she put a quick dump into the inside. Nice turnaround by Detmers.
4 for Rochelle. 5.5 to go. The lead is 6. Biggest one for Nokomis. Klingenberg coming through. And 2 Rockets hit the deck. Waterman. And plenty of time for the setup for Nokomis.
Hayes doesn't like to go left a lot.
Blocking foul on Wiedewelt. That's her 4th.
And Molly put up 4 fingers like she knew that already. That is somebody who is aware of the game, knows what's going on. She out?
Check it. That is 5 on Wiedewelt. Our error here.
That has to kill him. I mean, first you have Hassenscheider going out, and now Crystal.
Wiedewelt with a big 3 threes in the first half. Fouls out with 5:13 to go, so 2 starters gone for Okawville. Molly looking for points 21 and 22.
Wiedewelt was your offense for Okawville. She lit it up early in the game.
Brooke Mashoff, 5'7" senior guard in. 3-point shooter. They're going to need her cold off the bench if they're going to have any chance of getting back in this. Here's Schroeder. She's got 4 personals. Mashoff.
She's caught there in that corner. Big mistake.
And right away the turnover. Call that one.
Yeah, fronting going on everywhere in the next pass over both sides from down low in the baseline and also a little bit up top of that trap. There was no way that she could jump over Nokomis and go for the weak side and try and pass that basketball.
Now they play the box and 1. Coming through again is Hayes.
Gut check for Okawville. Nobody came up and stopped that. That was a very slow penetration by Hayes. Nice job, though. They're giving it there in the middle, but somebody has to step up and stop that penetration.
9-point lead now for the Redskins. They trailed by 10. They're in command here with 4:20 to go. Schroeder is charged with traveling. Timeout, Okawville. Kathy Lanter has to hold this team together now. They are facing adversity as they haven't done all season long.
The middle has really been open most of the game, at least in the second half for Nokomis. Hayes does a nice job of recognizing that. They're anticipating that Molly was going to get the basketball. She goes in slightly aggressively, I guess, but nobody stepped up and she knocked it down.
Kelly Hasscheider, the ice on the knee. We hope that she will be all right. She looks okay, obviously disappointed. 5'8" spark plug of this team going down with the injury and made several attempts to play, and we know she'll be back. Field goal percentage, look at Nokomis this half, out shooting Okawville. And there's Molly, adds to that, 23.
just don't have the guard strength that they did with losing Hastenscheider and also Weedwell. Both defensively and running the offense, they're just not in sync right now on either end of the floor.
Turnover 17 against Okawville. Under 4 minutes, and Molly McDowell wants to get the offense in motion. Almost taken away by Klingenberg there. Well, they're looking for a shot, and there it is.
Big shot. So much control. She keeps her head up. She knows what's going on in the offense. She knows exactly what the defense is giving her, and she takes advantage of it. There she gets the call, the carry by Okawville. Again, guards not used to handling the basketball in pressure situations.
Kathy Lanter coaching. Next to her, of course, is Kristen Wiedewelt, who's fouled out. Both guards are gone, as Yvonne mentioned. And we approach the 3-minute mark. Nokomis ready for another shot at a state championship. This is Detmers. Rebound Klingenberg. And a coast to coast. Klingenberg, fine play. Kelsey with 6. And Nokomis will take a 20-second timeout. 55-44, there's the situation. Maury Huff, 17 years at Nokomis, looking for win number 353. And barring any kind of major comeback by a depleted Okawville squad, he's going to get it. Let's check in with Mitch Robinson.
Mike, Molly McDowell definitely getting the work out. They had to call the timeout because she is physically exhausted on the court. She hasn't come off once. In fact, she doesn't come off when they play in these games. Looking to finish this one out, and then, of course, the way it looks now, regroup for tonight's championship game. Back to you.
All right, Mitch. Molly actually told us she put on about 15 pounds over last year. She still will never be considered, you know, hefty.
Well,
that's all muscle.
She went through a weight program, so I think a lot of it is muscle. And that's something that she's going to need to do once she gets into the Division I level, and they're going to continue, obviously, with the weight program they put you through in college. So it's something that she had to do. It certainly made her stronger. I could tell in watching her yesterday. Her moves are stronger. She's stronger in bouncing off of people and actually being able to still get the shot off. So you can tell the difference. It's definitely paid off for her. I don't think it's weight that has slowed her down.
2.5 minutes to go, and Nokomis with a commanding 11-point lead. Okawville had this game started fast.
She is so fundamental. You see the jump stop there, a nice decisive jump stop. She uses it to square her body up, to get under control, and just a nice bank shot in. She's just an outstanding player.
You said she was tired, right?
I didn't say that. Mitch said she was tired. She looks tired, but not tired enough to shoot the ball.
Nashoff with the 3.
And that's what she's in for.
Brooke, the 5'7" senior, averages 4 points a game. A 3-point specialist does her specialty.
I think you do have to look at Molly McDowell as being the MVP of this game today, but Crystal Hayes did a nice job. She really was a spark plug coming off the bench. She was able to handle things, run the offense, get some things going.
And let's not forget Venetia Waterman, the second half. Whatever talking to she got certainly worked as
somebody got her ear.
Waller commits the foul for Marcy. That number 1. And here is Jessie Huff. Still looking for her first point. There's the free throw situation. Nokomis not exactly breaking any records. And that one for Jessie Huff brings Wayne and her first point. .139 and counting. The Nokomis bench holding hands, willing themselves into the final. It was not easy. One more time, one more turnover. The winner of Carrollton-Mendota awaits. And Carrollton is ranked #1 in the state. We'll have them for you next. And Jesse Huff just whacked at, hacked at, and fouled with 1:08 to go. There's Marcy Waller getting her money's worth.
As soon as Okawville saw that Jesse Huff was having a little bit of problem, they're trying to pass the basketball. They kind of just came up on her and just whacked her a little bit. She just needs to put these in, work on for the next game, shooting these free throws. She's been on the line several times and hasn't been able to convert.
2 of 5 from the line for Jesse. Final minute of action here in semifinal 1. That shot's again. Look out. Where was she?
On the bench, because that's what they wanted to do, and that'll look good for the game, the third place game here, if she can continue that.
Well, leads down to single digits as Molly gets fouled. And once again, Marcy Waller with her third. And McDowell with 27 points.
She's exhausted.
Well, she'll have about 7 hours to.
Yeah, it's good that they did play this early game, because they put everything out on the line here to win this basketball game.
28 points. Her team's got 60. 10-point lead. You know what they want. This is Burnpole. And a timeout. Okawville. 16 points for Barnpole, as this team is not going down without a major fight. 39.4 on the clock. The lead is 8. We'll show you Kim, who's been a big factor today, her first basket in a while.
Wide open there, spread her arms out, did a nice job turning around. Easy shot for her. She's done it all game today. I just wish that they could have gotten Schroeder in the game a little bit more and able to do some of the things with the high-low and some other things inside with the post there, because they certainly had the advantage, and I don't feel that they took that today at all.
16 points for Kim Barnpole. You look at the Okawville bench. There is the Nokomis huddle.
Barnpole had a nice game yesterday, also 14 points and 8 rebounds.
We don't know what Maury Huff is saying, but we have an idea. It's no letdown, tight defense.
Not at all.
You got 40 seconds to get to the finals. And remember, we'll have that for you live right here on Fox Sports Chicago tonight at 8. Looking up for Hayes. And Waterman is fouled by Barnpole.
Maury Huff is definitely going to want Nokomis now to just pass the basketball around, spread out, eat up some clock the next time they get on offense.
Well, but Isha Waterman well, couldn't get out of her own way, really, to be honest, in the first half. And second half was a totally different player, the kind of player who graces the cover of this year's Class A program. 9 points in the second half, 11 for the game, as Barnpole sits down. A marvelous effort from her, and really her whole team. Well, it took a way to get there. Count it.
Maury's going to have a chat about those free throws, though. I bet you that.
And Molly McDowell commits the foul. That's 3 on Molly. And she has to say to herself, why?
Yeah, just a chance for Okawville to get some more points when the clock is not running. She knew it was bad when the whistle blew.
Klingenberg shoots under 50% from the line, makes that one her first today, and Maury Huff is sort of looking, and it's a good thing you can't read lips.
Or minds.
8 points for her. 7-point lead. Down it comes to Molly, and she'll just hold on.
She is fouled by Crystal Bergman, who just came in, 5'5" senior guard. Clock at 24.3, and now Kathy Lanter goes for more substitutes, and McDowell just make one of those equipment adjustments. Very superstitious girl, this Molly, we understand.
I'm sure Mitch will tell us more about one in the championship game, because I can't even remember all this stuff.
And very polite. She thanked the official.
For the ball?
Yeah, when Mike Wagner handed the ball, she said thank you. 29 from McDowell.
I think Nokomis as a team and as a community is pretty superstitious.
Kristen Harriet come in and gone out. Janice Spears comes in. Waterman sits down with 12 points and a big, big contribution. McDowell for number 30.
The question is, do they get McDowell out? Can she come out? Can she? Break, please.
She's got the Cal Ripken streak.
Yeah, that's true. She could. Although she did have to sit down in a game because she had 3 fouls, I think, in the beginning of the second quarter, by the beginning of the second quarter in the game, and that's when Hayes was able to help Nokomis win a game.
Mashaw finally misses a 3, and Bergman commits a foul. And the crowd getting to its feet with 8.9 to go. Here is Janice Spears looking for her first point. Still looking.
No breaks.
Run this one out. House finish. McDowell with the ball. It is over. 63-54, coming back from 10 points down. Your defending champions will get another shot. A game effort by Okawville. There are the Rockets and their fans. And there you see Kelly Hashhider being held onto by a teammate as her knee was just not there today. Could not come back from that injury, and we certainly hope she's going to be all right. Molly McDowell, what can you say about her, except we'll find out what she'll say as Mitch Robinson is going to talk to her and to Coach Maury Huff. Let's swing it right over to Mitch.
Thanks a lot, Mike. And Coach, you told me at halftime the first 3 minutes were key, and it was about that 3-minute mark when your girls began to make that run. What did they see? And the aggressiveness definitely picked up.
Well, there you go back to schedule. I thought that we put our kids been in so many battles this year that you know, something like that they're accustomed to. It's not like that they've never been in that, you know, in a position where they've had a battle, and they came through. I thought our shooting, I thought we ran our offense extremely well in the second half as compared to our first half. I thought our defensive intensity was as it should have been, which was our game plan. We thought we could come out and pressure this basketball team, and we came out so soft the first 3 minutes of the game. I was really concerned, but our bench, once again, I brought in Janice Spears and Crystal Hayes off the bench in our wing positions, and the attitude, it was what the attitude that they brought to the floor with them that allowed us to get back in this basketball game. They came in and worked so hard, and again, our bench has been very, very instrumental in us getting here. You know, like I said before the game, we've played every state-ranked team I think there is, and it doesn't get any easier. But I think the heart and character of this basketball team showed, because I could give you 100 basketball teams who would have folded right in the first quarter the way Okawville came out, the way they were shooting the basketball. These kids didn't fold; they hung there, and they're in state championship game once again this year.
Sit back, enjoy the next game, and try to find some keys that you can attack at 8 o'clock. Congratulations, Maury.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk to Molly now. Molly, incredible performance by the end. How tired were you?
Well, I was sucking wind, as everybody could see out there, but I mean, we used our timeouts real well, and I mean, they took enough timeouts, and the TV timeouts helped a lot.
Okawville definitely pushed you guys to the limit. What can you say about them that tonight might help you in against either Carrollton or Mendota?
Well, I mean, we fought through, yesterday's game, we fought through it real hard, and it just came out, we just continued it today.
30 points. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tonight we're going to talk about the burger eating, okay?
All right. Thank you.
That's the tease for later tonight. Molly McDowell, 30 points and courageous effort. Mike, back to you.
All right, Mitch, thank you very much. Good job, and great job by Molly McDowell and her Nokomis teammates. We're going to see them tonight live here on Fox Sports Chicago.
Welcome back to Redbird Arena, where Nokomis makes it to the championship game tonight, 8 p.m., trying to defend their state title. They beat Okawville, and now at the between games, between the second semifinal game, I'm proud and happy to introduce Nancy Stiff, the Arcola head coach, also a longtime basketball person in the state of Illinois, on the basketball advisory committee. And right now, the girls are warming up 4 contestants for the Country Company's three-point shootout. Let me ask you something. As a head coach, how important is it to your players to compete throughout the season in this and then make it downstate to something like this?
Well, I think a lot of kids, first of all, view the game as a team game, and they added this just a few years ago, and so this is just a little extra incentive for these kids to get out on their own and work on their three-point shot and really work on the form, on their three-point shot.
In fact, all 4 girls told me before, they said they wish the whole team was here, but if they have to be here alone, they want to take it home for the town. Talk to me about this last game we saw with these girls. Incredible talent. Where has girls basketball gone in your eyes over the past years? How is the talent level raised in Illinois?
Oh my, it's a different game as compared to 20 years ago. The girls are stronger. They're better skilled. They play 12 months out of the year instead of 2 or 3. They go to basketball team camps. They play in leagues. They play in tournaments. So they're playing the game 12 months out of the year now.
Nancy Stiff is going to join us for the shootout. Right now they are getting ready. Let's explain the Country Company's three-point shootout real quickly. 5 balls at each station, each worth a point. Today's challengers, well, Molly McDowell of Nokomis. They say she should be Miss Illinois State basketball, Miss Illinois basketball this year. Does she have a weakness from what you see?
Not at all. She is a complete player. She drives and pulls up and shoots the J. She's got a great perimeter shot. She's tough to guard.
Also in this one today, Aurora Central Catholic's Anissa Mercado, Morrison's Becky Nugent, and Paxton Buckley Lodi's Jody Fox. Did you guys have a chance to play against any of these girls?
No, none of these girls.
In your conference, though, your girls, do you stress the three-point, or is girls basketball becoming more of drive and like the inside game? Or it used to be just an outside game.
Well, we stress an inside-outside game, so we're trying to use kids on the inside and on the perimeter. So we just want a good all-around performance from all of our kids.
Right now, as we watch Jody Fox from Paxton Buckley Lodi, anything you see on the jump shot that you like?
Well, she's just got nice form. She's got a good follow-through. She's got plenty of arc on her shot, so she's a nice little shooter here.
How important is rhythm?
Very important. Once you get in that rhythm, you can knock them down one right after another, so it's very important.
So there's no fallacy about getting in the zone. You hit it and you're on there.
You get in the zone, you're going to score a lot of points.
As we watch Jody Fox completing this round, hitting it with 8 seconds to go, 6, 5, and she's out of balls. They have a time limit completed, and so you can't just take your time out there.
No, but these kids, a lot of these kids will end up with quite a few seconds left on the clock, when they've shot all 15 balls, and they have a tendency, I think, to rush it a little bit. And of course, they don't want to cheat themselves out of any shots.
Getting ready next is Anissa Mercado of Aurora Central Catholic. On the basketball advisory committee, do you help bring programs like this to the state championships? Do you guys comment on it or vote on it?
Yes, we do. They survey, the coaches throughout the state, and the recommendations of the coaches are brought to the advisory committee, and then we discuss them. If we think it's a good thing for the kids, then by all means we'll implement it.
What changes can we expect? Is there any different direction you want the programs to take, or are we on track to what I see in high school basketball, one of the best high school programs in the country?
Yes, I don't think you're going to see a lot of changes. I think we're real happy with the direction the game has gone, and I think we're going to see much of the same in the next 2 or 3 years.
And you know, for helping me out, we do get a chance. We will have a moment to talk about Arcola and Pub, your team.
Okay.
It's a little reward we like to give you. Anissa Mercado off the mark so far a little bit, but there, as I say, she hits the 3. Talk to me about Anissa's shot. She doesn't see, well, she gets a nice jump.
Yeah, she has a nice jump and a good follow through. I think that we need to remember that these kids are nervous up here, you know, and nerves is a big part of it. And, you know, this is crunch time, and they're just maybe sometimes just trying a little bit too hard.
And down the stretch, she hits 4 in a row. Looked pretty good at the end there, Anissa Mercado. Like you said, this all starts during the season in your home gym, I guess. So you only have people cheering you on that you know.
Yes, but really it starts in the summertime because you develop this kind of shot, you know, over the summer and in the off season. You can't pick up a basketball and expect to automatically, you know, hit those 3s right off the bat. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of dedication.
In fact, Anissa, I was talking to her before, and she told me, she said, oh yeah, my team needed a 3-point shooter. They said I should do it, and she's in the finals. Not too bad.
No, not bad at all.
Well, here's the one everyone's been watching. Molly McDowell coming off a 30-point performance in the first semi game.
She's got a nice shot. She's got great arc on the ball. She jumps straight up and comes straight down right where she took off from, so she's not moving toward the basket or anything. A lot of arc on the shot.
She hit 10 in the semifinal.
Yeah, she's got good form, a lot of confidence. But why wouldn't you have confidence?
Right, wow, look at her, on fire. And you would think, I mean, she's young, so energy should be able to come back, but she was totally exhausted coming off the court after that game just a few moments ago.
Yeah, she leaves it all on the floor when the game's over.
Molly McDowell putting on a display.
This is great to see. This is great for the game of basketball.
Wow, and having her whole town here in the background. That was one of the noisiest crowds during a game, and she does it again. She's going to hang here right now in the lead. And last now from Morrison, Becky Nugent. Becky, the tallest of the group.
Yeah, she looks like she might be a post player. She's got good size, and she's a nice sized girl. She looks like she probably plays the post a lot.
You'd like to see that. Someone, if you were looking in the NBA, somebody from the outside, maybe, well, unfortunately, Rafe LaFrance, who just tore his ACL, but can do it on the outside and then go down low.
Absolutely. She's a threat all over the floor.
All right, Becky Nugent getting ready. She is the last finalist. Molly McDowell sitting on the sideline, leading this as she awaits the timer.
Oh, she started off well. She's hit her first 2. A little off the mark there, but she could have been in the zone there. She might get it back though.
Thing I noticed, not being a basketball player as a kid, the wrist follow through. Is that the whole shot?
Oh yes, it is. Yes, you've got to break that wrist and follow through nicely and hold the follow through, I think.
There she goes. She has 4 now, so she needs to hit this bucket.
Yes, she does. She's got good form. She's got a lot of nice arc on the ball. Good follow through.
Molly McDowell just guaranteed the win. The Nokomis fans cheering on. Becky Nugent, though, putting up a nice fight.
Yes, she is.
I'm going to ask you to stick here 1 second. Molly will get Molly McDowell in a second, and I'll come right back to you, Nancy. Thanks. We'll be right back in a minute. We'll be talking again with Molly McDowell, now the 3-point champion from the single A. Stay with us. We'll be right back on Fox Sports Chicago.